What's up, guys? Welcome to Thursday, March the 7th on the Shacknews Twitch channel. We're here to take a look at Capcom's new Devil May Cry 5. I'd like to take a moment and welcome all the followers, all the subs, all the regs, all the Nugget Lords, the Drizzle Kings. Nice to have you here on this lovely March afternoon. Figured we go ahead and jump into it. I'm not super familiar with this franchise. I played the last game, which was kind of like a reboot made by Ninja Theory. This one's back in with Capcom. It's running on that new Resident Evil 7 engine that also powered last month's Resident Evil 2. And we've got a review up on the site right now for the game that comes out tomorrow for Xbox, PlayStation 4, and Steam. We'll be looking at the Steam version of the game and seeing what the dealio is. Slayer Bill already making it drizzle. What a top boy. So let's get into it. Let me enable the audio because I forgot to do that. Hopefully this all works out for you guys. I figure we jump right into it or look at the options, or I don't know what y'all are in for. Doesn't really matter. I'll just go by the seat of my underwear here. This is pretty spooky. Cigar tech, beard tech,
we've known each other a long time.
smoke tech.
You never had this much trouble. You gonna make it through this, Dante?
What am I doing wasting my time here? He's got this.
You should not underestimate this demon. After all, it was he who took your right arm and gained a great deal of power from it. I'm leaving. I suggest you do not fall behind.
Yeah.
What a pack of creepy dudes. I don't trust these people.
V. You're an interesting guy, but you're right. I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
Oh, the arm's missing. That's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. Get out of my sight! Dante. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy looks cool.
I could take you with no arms.
I agree, that's exactly what the bug was saying.
V, can I trust you?
But where is my arm? This monster came back to life through the power of butt dust.
We need helping each other out. We're coming. Hey, thought you took off.
Do you not understand? We cannot hope to do this without you.
That's all right, superstar. Go on with your bad stuff. Go ahead. We got this.
This crow's talking. I don't understand what's happening. Are we friends with that crow? Does anybody here know anything about anime?
Hold on, Dante.
Low pro, this one does look pretty good. Not a whole lot to the backgrounds, but the characters look really, really nice. The monster designs are wild. This is the Steam version.
Looks like this won't be a total waste of time.
Of course,
after
it's
all.
easier for the game to look good when they don't have to render arms.
Jackass! Did your mother ever teach you it's not nice to steal? Sorry, Dante. I'm back in this bitch. Round two.
Get her out of here! This is a bad move!
I can still fight!
Go! You're just dead weight!
Back up! Come on! Let go! We must leave here. He's far stronger than we ever could have imagined. Bastard called me deadweight, but he come all this way for nothing. Stop hitting yourself and think of ways to get stronger and actually help. If Dante loses, you're all that can defeat Urizen. Is that what you call him? Yes. Urizen, the Demon King. That's the name of the demon that took your arm.
I'm not 100% sure who Dante is. Teeth tech. Mustache tech. RTX eyes.
What happened to Dante? Where's Dante?
He's buying time, but it doesn't look good.
This can't be happening. Dante lost.
Forget it. There's nothing we can do. We must go.
It's pretty spooky. Well, I only earned a C. Also, I don't know what I'm doing. Debris tech, broken down cars. Everybody in this town parks like an asshole. Not even wearing the seatbelt. It's 1 month later. This game is on Xbox, PS4, and Steam. This is the Steam version.
They're demons! I've seen it with my own eyes! Red Grave is completely taken over!
Let us pray for mercy. This is a trial from the heavens above.
Same crap, different day.
See if I can open my Afterburner overlay and show you how GPU bound this game is.
Rescuing the guy that killed your father.
Hey, I'm glad we're getting
Oh,
closer.
maybe not too bad.
Well, he abandoned my mother and I and left us for dead. I feel nothing.
Well, he's not exactly going up for Father of the Year award now, is he?
His research wasn't half bad. Came in handy. Mildly thankful for that.
They have to do that in here. It already smells like ass.
That's you.
Hey, Nico!
Don't lose your tits. I see him.
Hey, to hit every single bump in the road? Gonna ruin my groove.
I wish Bayo was here to have seen that. This game does not promote smoking or the use of cigarettes. Would someone please clip that? Oh, geez, the stream is stuttering. That's not good.
Hold the line! Hold the line! Nothing gets
As far as I know, everything we've seen so far is rendered in real time, even though it's not really controllable. Oh, there's that damn van again.
You look like you need a hug, but you're not gonna get one from me. Better get lost.
Hey, who are you? Hey, you're gonna get yourself killed!
Don't crap yourself. He likes to kill demon things. Let him do his thing.
You hear what I said? You
What is
dumb
this
swine
girl's
son of a
accent
bitch?
supposed
You're
to be?
gonna die!
Cheer up, crew cut. You taking notes?
Robot fist.
All right. Time to kick some ass.
Charles, thank you for the timely clip. That made my favorite moment in gaming of 2019 so far. It was all that hot cigarette porn, and then this game does not condone smoking. Wait a second, did I? Nah, I should probably pay attention when I'm clicking. I don't think that it's supposed to. Or maybe it's supposed to flow a little differently here. Arm tech. Oh no.
Hold the line! Hold the line! Nothing gets
Alright, Devil Breaker. That seems
some
straightforward
cleaning up
enough.
to do.
Happy birthday! Now make a wish!
Retheus, what's up? Frush, what's up? Welcome to the stream, guys.
Yeah, he's a real pro at smacking demons around. That's why I built him that well-functioning arm. To kick demon ass.
I don't know the verdict so far. I'm still trying to come to terms with whatever the hell's happening on the screen.
Hey, Psycho!
We've only been playing for a few minutes.
Hey, stop bitching and take cover.
Apparently we have infinite robot arms. That'll be helpful. We want to wire snatch people by RB and B. Pull enemies. Evil 2. Heavy enemies can't be pulled. Okay.
I'm really getting the hang of this new toy. Nico leave this here? Sweet.
Somebody left their spare robot arm here on the side of this bridge.
What a mess.
How do I tell if I'm Dante? I'm not Dante. Uh-oh. More bugs. This one's got a giant ass. Or thorax? Is that what they call bug ass? I can't remember.
Why are they collecting human blood? It's not just about feeding. There's something else. What a lovely house plant.
I like to have Courtney Cox here. Nero has a pixie cut. I'm not sure what that means. Does anybody have a hot bowl cut? That's the kind of haircut I like.
Oh, I get it. Who brought the marshmallows? Because I'm bringing the fire.
This Doogie Howser looking guy always tries to act like he's tough, but I don't know if I'm buying it. So we have to charge up our EX gauge and then power up the Red Queen sword.
That sword makes you right?
Like that? And have some more. Oh, I gave you that one. Yeah, damn it. Swing and a miss. They're everywhere. Makes me sick. Here comes the knock.
I am in TeamSpeak.
Pretty sturdy. Gotta be some spots that are softer.
Well, we turned that guy into ghost chalk, so that's pretty good. Here comes weird van lady.
Hey, tough guy. That'll keep him, but not for long.
What do you mean?
Soldier Boy said city's gone to hell and back, taken over by the underworld. Not just here, but everywhere.
Yamato did this.
User joined your channel.
Hello, user.
Hello.
Let me see. Let me see if I can get where the audio levels are correct here with the TeamSpeak in the game.
Oh, there we go. I had my mic far away from
Oh, I just ruined a cutscene because I don't know what I'm doing.
Uh-oh. I think you can pause it. Doesn't matter, it's just prequel stuff anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with this game, so...
Okay, well, that is why I hopped in.
You can be our guide to the lore.
Yeah, you know, I'm not horribly familiar with the lore, but I definitely seem to know more about the series than you.
That would definitely be true. I remember playing the Ninja Theory version, but I don't remember anything that happened in it.
Alright,
At all.
You don't really need to worry about the Ninja Theory version.
Check
that
it
doesn't
out.
really take place in the same universe as this. That's like...
And this is?
I don't know where, I don't know
I think it's
if
his manifesto.
or when or how that fits in the regular series, but this is a sequel to Devil May Cry 4, which fits into the main universe, I guess.
Has the series always used music from 1997?
Basically, because I'm pretty sure the game came out around the original Devil. Let me see when the original Devil May Cry came out, but it has always had that sort of. I was gonna say modern metal vibe going, but it's not really modern metal anymore. Gonna look for Devil May Cry 1 because it's Devil May Cry game. So. Wow, really? This is sort of surprising. I thought I could have sworn that the first Devil May Cry came out before then, but apparently this
Hey, we doing this or what?
Devil May Cry was released in
I'm waiting
2001.
on you. I'm
So
good.
right there on the cusp, you
Any
know, I
special
think
orders?
Limp Bizkit was like very prominent around that.
This lady that runs the van town, she sounds like a robot trying to learn to speak Southern.
I got a new arm for ya.
Aww, Nico's the best character in the game.
I greatly appreciate her commitment to
Best
cigarettes.
piece. One of my finest.
She doesn't give a damn
Mhm.
about anything, and I really respect it. I like her tattoos, like her attitude, and I like that she pretty much just looks like Amy Winehouse.
She's rude with a tude.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have skills we can spend red points on, and we have devil breakers, equipment, and items. So I guess as we dump points into these things, we get to be danker.
Yeah, you know, my advice is to dump points in, not into the combat stuff at first, honestly. To go over to items and boost up things like health. Early on, because you're gonna get your butt kicked a lot. I think the blue orb is what increases your health. Yeah. Are you playing?
This is the Steam version. I don't know if it matters.
Yeah, and then whatever abilities you think you might have. Now the thing is when you unlock skills, you're only unlocking them for one character. So you have to go through the unlock process for all 3 of the playable characters.
I learned to speed. Can I buy cigarettes from this lady?
Oh, you can't buy cigarettes from her.
She seems like you'd be able to buy Lucy's from her. I apologize for these baby wolves in the background.
You would think, or P-Funks maybe. Parliaments.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably go strangle these wolf pups. Hopefully they chill out soon.
Fast.
They're just scared of all the demons. They want you to protect them. Seems like you forgot to equip an arm before you left for the battle, though.
Well, we'll see if that ends up coming back to haunt me.
Yeah, I think, you know, you can do okay without it, and there's definitely moments where you will find yourself, you know, armless, literally armless. Might be a good chance we. Have you played Devil May Cry at all? Crafts in the past?
I only played the Ninja Theory one for a bit. I don't remember anything about it. I never had a PlayStation or anything before, so it kind of was off my radar. So
yeah, Devil May Cry is not no, it isn't console exclusive anymore, but for a long time, yeah, I think Devil May Cry 1 and 2, 3 were all PlayStation. At least 1 and 2 were. Now, what about Bayonetta? Have you played the Bayonetta series at all?
No, but I have it on Steam. I had intentions of doing it, it just hasn't come up yet.
So, basically, Bayonetta is same guy. Who used to work on Devil May Cry? Yeah, the director of Devil May Cry went on to Becky on the pretty much after he left. Platinum Games. Also the guy responsible for directing Beautiful Joe. Don't know if that
I played that on the GameCube. That was a cool game.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's definitely Hideki's definitely got a pedigree behind him. He had nothing to do with this version of it. That's just a little fun fact for you kids.
Factoids, ShackStream factoid.
Yeah, a little history. Yeah, so this is not the first game where you play as Nero, but Dante has been really the main focus
doing in a city like this?
for the series, like he was in. You know, you'll notice a lot of variety. All the characters definitely do their own thing. I think Dante's is probably the most complex system, where we let you customize play style to your individual taste. Always really fun. I feel a lot of these early levels are sort of training you in all the various combat systems that get you ready to take on some of the stuff as Dante. And you don't really have to wait that long. I believe you get to play as Dante within like the first 10 missions, if I recall correctly. It's been a hot second since I played it at a preview event.
So who exactly are we fighting against here? Is this the devil or are these liberals? Explain to me what the threat is.
Okay, so that demon guy you were fighting in the beginning, that's Urizen. He's a demon king, and essentially what he's trying to do is he's trying to make all these demon trees using the blood of humans, right? So all those fires that you see in the background, all the stuff that's sort of overtaking the natural environment, so to speak, that's all those demon trees growing, being fed off the blood of those ashy human remnants that you see all over the game. Urizen is a demon king. I don't know if he's demon king, because I know that Sparta, who is Dante's dad, and I think also Nero's dad as well, was the demon king at some point. It's there's a lot of lore. Video games,
but they could be liberals.
They're probably liberal. I think that they might vote fiscally conservatively because they're white and they have white hair. I mean, for all we know, Nero is Pence. Kind of looks like him.
Yeah, he's like Pence and Doogie Howser had a kid.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Because that's a scenario that would happen for lots of reasons.
Yeah, so basically at the beginning of the game, you see everyone going up against Urizen, and you see Dante sort of get his ass kicked, and you come back, and no one knows where Dante is now, and you're trying to find him. Sort of where you're at. Trying to figure out what happened to Dante after the big fight.
This group of Devil May people should get pagers or something so they can find each other.
That would work. Maybe cell phones with locators. We don't really know how far this like evil demon. Sorry, Chris. If I stop talking, it's because I'm also doing some.
No problem at all.
It works. So you just yell at me if you have questions.
All right, if you see me doing something stupid, let me know.
Yeah, I can make this work.
Uh-oh, there's some sort of discharge here from this thing that looks like a thing.
That sort of resembles something like
slightly
like a pea pod. It looks like a pea pod. No, that's it. That's got to be it. I can't. It doesn't look like it.
Let's just put this devil cockroach in my pocket. No big deal. And let's give this thing crabs, because that's how you deal with devil doors. Nothing creepy about this.
Should have just hacked my way through.
Squires, thanks for making it drizzle.
Like a demon to me.
I'm gonna wreck all the furniture in this house. These light fixtures, though, are impenetrable.
Wait, which way did I come again? This again?
We gotta find another crab to stuff up in this tootie. You guys in the chat have any interesting stories how you gave other folks crabs? Let's hear about it. I'd love to hear about your adventures. I mean, Tron, I agree. It would be terrible if the boss was made up of light fixtures.
Are you a fan of hack and slash genres in general, Chris?
Am I a what?
Are you a fan of the hack and slash genre of games?
I'm not sure.
Or do you play a lot of games that have combat similar to Devil May Cry?
I don't think I've played much similar to this, unless you count, I don't know. I guess the Platinum games are like this? Some of them? I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Oh well, it's okay. Okay, this is all about, yeah, Darksiders is a similar.
Yeah, I don't remember much of that game either. Maybe there's something wrong with my mind. But I understand the concept of stuffing the crabs up in this pussy hole.
Yeah, that could be a game unto itself, probably. Are you working on anything, Chris?
This stream.
Like a game where you just give crabs.
Oh no, I've tried making a game once with RPG Maker and it went off the rails pretty quick.
I gotta say though, out of all the Devil May Cry games, and not just because it's this current gen of consoles that's awesome, but just the environments and the game in particular, or as the whole series. Oh, that's not where you stand. Trying to figure out where to stand, aren't you? Go behind the bed. You gotta stand right on the spot. That's what's weird about it. So you have to find the spot, then you have to look at the symbol from the spot at just the right angle to unlock this. There you go.
Yes, Squires, I'm currently playing on a controller.
Yeah, this game would be a pain in the ass with me. It was made with controllers.
Blue orb fragment collected.
Get all them blue orbs. You're gonna get another health boost. Boy, howdy. There's a lot of little. The thing about it is, it's worth kind of exploring every area before you move on, because you'll usually find caches of red orbs, or maybe you'll find a hidden gold orb somewhere, which is essentially an extra life for your character if they die in combat. And then yeah, there's also, that is definitely the easiest secret mission in the whole game right there. They reward exploration. It's not like there's a ton of places to go and explore in each area. You don't. It's not like you're gonna get too lost or spend too much time trying to find things in between. But it's there. Now you may have also noticed that you're getting graded on how
trill I am.
Yeah, that is a hallmark of the series. It's really all about style.
I'm getting really sick of
Variety. So I think the best way to keep your combo going is obviously you got to beat crap out of the enemies. But then you've also got to switch things up as far as how you beat them down. Really get those double S's. I think there's even a triple S rank. Up your game, crabs. Gotta become the combo king. Very similar to becoming the Mambo King. Don't need much rhythm to be the Mambo King.
Get out of my sight!
I found the crab, now I gotta find the coochie.
getting sick of this.
You and me both, buddy.
Not gonna lie, this new arm is pretty sweet.
What's up, Lucci?
Oh, snap, it's Lucci.
Let's answer this landline phone.
Took you long enough, dumbass.
You can jump really high. Couldn't you just scale the buildings and stuff? If all he was trying to do was scale buildings, yeah, but it's also searching things and heading through a path. Certain parts of the path are still blocked by those giant tentacles. Also, those tentacles can just come out of nowhere. Block his path.
This lady treats her van like garbage.
She knows what she's doing. So yeah, like pretty much at the end of every level, right before the boss fight, you'll get a chance to call for the van. Do a little upgrading. That's how you know you're near a boss fight. Levels, I feel like the levels aren't like painfully long either. Like they definitely will be a bit longer the further you go into the game, but you know it's not gonna take you more than like 10 minutes to get through something. 20 if you're exploring every nook and cranny.
Somebody call a doctor?
I wasn't expecting any survivors.
Sorry to disappoint you. Hey, you happen to see a guy around here? About this big, uses a cane? I was supposed to meet him. Did you snack on him?
Your blood is a very precious sacrifice. Eating you would do me no good. I must have every last drop to rule the underworld as king.
King? You? I don't know. I mean, you're a big guy and all,
Handle
but
this dude.
it's more like a knuckle-scrapping fart in the wind than anything else.
I just called him
No
a
offense.
knuckle-scraping fart in the wind.
Do you know who I am? I shall show you the wrath of the mighty Goliath.
Cool trick! Hey, do you do parties? Yeah, maybe I will. Sorry I'm about to kill you.
So pro tip, don't let him kill you.
Sure great. Jack it up all you want.
I curse my stars in bit of grief and woe. That made my love so high, and me so low.
Why didn't we just start the fight with the buzzsaw puma?
Ivy home.
Oh, probably wasn't strong enough to take him down until you did some damage.
This guy just showed up and wasted my flavor after I killed this thing, and he showed up and took the glory.
Pardon my delay. I was catching up on some reading.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
he
like a real
did.
page turner. So, think Dante's still in there?
If Urizen defeated him, then I expect he's not much more than Glyphod pollen by now.
A what?
Glyphod. It's a tree that grows in the underworld. It thrives on human blood, and those whose blood it sucks, well, let's just say they don't turn out too well.
Well, in any case, we need to find out. If Dante's alive, we'll save him. If not, we don't.
Wait. First, we need to exterminate some Glyphod.
What does Devil May Cry even mean, if you don't mind me asking?
It's,
V?
I don't know. It's like an old saying, right?
I know I'm late. Shut it! The roads were all clogged. Hey, you must be V, huh? Hey, you gonna get that? Ding, 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 right by your feet. Woo-wee! I'm gonna make something amazing out of this.
Did you just sniff that? Do you have any idea where that's been?
Up your butt?
I think it's supposed, I mean, I
Focus
know
on
what
the
Devil
mission.
May Care is. Devil May Care people are like nonchalant.
Van Lady just implied that Devil Horn was up my butt.
Might be. Devil May Care is like somebody that's just, you know, throwing caution to the wind or whatever. Devil May Cry be when they take everything seriously. I don't know. It's a video game. What does that have to mean?
All the materials I
Long ago, I stopped trying to make sense of the Japanese.
My brilliant badass work is worth every dime, you know it.
Unless this is called a different name in Japan.
You know that.
Or maybe don't let the demon smack you around so much.
Whatever.
I am truly gifted. It's a work of art.
Oh, so you're an artist now, huh?
Yes, I am. Got any questions, little chicken? My grandmother was called the 45 caliber virtuoso, legendary gunsmith. I hope to be like her someday, an artist and a lethal artisan. Everything I create is art, whether it's a gun or a steel pot to cook birds in. Any more questions? Huh? Little chickie.
I'll take my leave now. And if I don't see you along the way, I'll see you at the bottom of the Glyphod.
Sure. What are you gonna do?
I gotta shake the cobwebs out. I'll let you know. Hey, you got any more questions? Better ask it now. I can't.
Musatron, if you keep saying shit like that in the chat, I'm gonna permaban you.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I think Nico kind of sounds like Matthew McConaughey. At least to me, she.
Hey, I got a new arm for ya.
I feel like she's intentionally trying to show her butt crack at all opportunities.
I mean, don't
Now
you?
that I got it in stock, you
It's
better take
true.
advantage of it.
You know, I've never met you in person, but imagine that.
I've got a lot of butt crack.
Probably be dropping your pencil a lot in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Turning around and over to pick it up. Trying, just hoping that I'm gonna slip up. Get that lawsuit going. Gonna happen, buddy.
Connecting to the network. What the shit? It must be downloading all my data.
Well, it's
Resident Evil 2 did that same thing where you had to consent to them recording your stuff.
So much for teamwork.
Standing on a platform lit with red flames when no enemies are around will turn the flames blue and cause grim grip points to appear in the air. Square's typically Steam handles cloud saves, so there was no account that I signed up for this game, but I could be wrong.
Think I'll handle the closer one first. Gotta start somewhere. So this Clive fought. Screw it. We're taking this fucking thing down. Now the roots are...
Alright, we gotta take care of Sewer Town here.
Yeah, I think it's just, you know, this is pretty much just Super Mario Brothers right here. Sewer, fighting monsters.
These roots have to be coming from
Total
somewhere.
No, I think there's ability you can unlock that lets you ride your fist around like a... Alright, Chris. You have any more questions before I get going here?
I think that might cover it. I appreciate the drop in and explaining to me and the other Devil May noobs what the dealio is.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck with the rest of the game. I think you've got what it takes to be a great demon hunter. And you know that I've always said that about you.
That is true.
Yeah. You know, this is just par for the course as far as I'm concerned. What your abilities can be. Good luck and Godspeed. May the rest of the stream be enjoyable for all you people watching, and be sure to check out our review of Devil May Cry 5 that the wonderful Brittany Vincent posted up yesterday. She really enjoyed it, and she knows a lot more about the series than both you or I. So if you want a real expert opinion on Devil May Cry 5, go to Shacknews.com.
Hey, you should be able to find it right there, prominent spot on the front page.
Yep, very prominent here. Let me see if I can post. I think I should be able to post the links. There we go. So go read that, all of you, after the stream, of course, or during.
Do whatever makes you happy, as long as you're doing it for Shacknews.
All right, I'll catch you guys later.
See you.
User disconnected from your channel.
Eventually, if we bust enough of these devil hemorrhoids, it'll unlock the door.
Bingo.
Getting scissored up ends.
You want me to follow you? No way, asshole. You bring that shit to me.
Squire, so you're saying that I'm not in a good space if I haven't completed the stories of the other games. Story-wise. I mean, I can still have fun stabbing people, right?
Without strength, you can't protect anything. You know that. You're up, Nico.
Yo, you just here to window shop?
The music inside this van kills me. It's like I'm in a grocery store.
No chit-chat or monologue? Just getting right to the point, huh? This demon. Something different about it.
I guess that was kind of wild. Oh, hey, baby.
It's Lady.
You know her?
From my gunsmith days.
What?
Can't believe you do this to Kyrie. I'm gonna have to tell her, man. I'm joking. Hey, loosen up your jockstrap.
Haha.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Chicka bow wow, chicka bow wow.
Kyrie would kill me right now.
So V,
This crow guy's back. I don't know if I trust him.
One can only hope. But for now, we have a more pressing engagement.
I don't know what that means.
We've a minor errand before we reach Urizen.
Well, we run like Steven Seagal. That one bug has hemorrhoids.
Be careful. Yeah, no shit, Shirley. Ain't it right, V? I mean, you are fragile at the moment. Wouldn't take much to wipe you out in a sticky situation. I'm just saying that running away is okay. It's always okay to run away if you're not up for it.
He who desires but act not breeds pestilence. So it is written.
Okay, Shakespeare. Just remember this. You and I like to exist, so get rid of those demons quick, cause killing them ain't my stick. I got your back. Cause dying is whack. Leave the ones around you to the big bad kid. Gotta land the final blow, V. You know we can't kill demons.
Pierce throne. Gouge him. Slice him. The end is now. Go. Gouge him. Pardon me. Rest in peace. Rise. Now get to work.
I don't know what's going on.
Descend it is. Return it to the underworld. Pardon me. Return it to the underworld. Pierce through. Pardon me. Awake now. Gouge it. The end is now. This bridge looks unstable.
Arnie, this is the Steam version on PC. Got the handy MSI Afterburner overlay up to prove it. Game is running DirectX 12.
I will not allow him to gain any more power.
Just one of these coochie crabs. 970 shouldn't be too bad for 1080p high settings. It seemed pretty well optimized on my machine. I was able to get 4K well over 60 on my machine. Thanks for the follow, always appreciated. We're finding fragments of everything. Squires, thanks for the nug. Currently, this is on a 1080 Ti, although I have it cut down to 1080p in windowed mode for the sake of doing the stream. This is playing on the same PC it's being encoded from. So, we got it capped to 60, 1080p. The settings are up. Actually, we haven't looked at those yet in the game, so we might as well do that now. Let's see what we got here. So for the PC version of Devil May Cry 5, how you boys are all about them settings like me. So let's take a look at what we got. Like I said, I mentioned I'm running at 1080 by 60 hertz for the sake of doing window capture for OBS. It's got frame rate locking. You can play variable or lock it to different ones, multiples of your refresh rate. So if I set it to 120 hertz, I can put a 120 lock on it and such. Your VSync rendering method, which works a little bit like the one in Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 7. You can run it normal or interlace. When you're on interlace, you pick up a lot of frames, but the picture becomes a lot softer. Kind of renders every other line rather than progressive style. Resolution scaling is lets you change the internal resolution target as opposed to what it's outputting the screen. So right now I'm running 150%, so I'm closer to 1440p internal rendering resolution, even though I'm outputting at 1080 for the stream. I turned that up because I had the headroom and wanted the picture to look better before I fed it into the stream. Your texture quality settings, filtering, mesh quality, I think is like pickups and shit like that. And best I can tell is you change things on the fly in the background. It's hard to tell from the faded black and white, but the settings do change on the fly. I disable motion blur from the stream because the motion blur affects the encoder for OBS. Yeah, and effects quality runs from low to high. Shadow quality, you got a shadow cache. It says it turns the caching of static object shadows on or off. It increases VRAM usage, but may slow performance. And we've got ambient occlusion type. We've got SSAO, Horizon Based Plus, and I don't know what HDA stands for. I don't know. You had variable. Actually, I might run plus. It might look better in HDAO. I'm not sure. I'd have to test screenshots. You got bloom setting, lens flare, volumetric lights, screen space reflection, subsurface scattering for the skin, chromatic aberration, and you can choose a color range. So line up to the type of display you've got. The game also has HDR on the PC. It's currently not showing here in the menu because I can't send out an HDR encode to Twitch because it'll look like a washed out picture for you guys. But on the PC, if you have an HDR capable display, the game will automatically launch in HDR and it works fine. Looks good, especially with a lot of the neon colored stuff. The van in the game that has the Devil May Cry neon sign looks especially striking with the extra boost from HDR. So hopefully that helps you guys out on the video settings side. The rest of the settings, I'm assuming, are exactly the same as the console version would be, outside of stuff like mouse sensitivity. It did come with language support. I believe you can change between English and Japanese. It defaulted to English since we're in North America, or I am. But I did get the option when I first booted the game to use the original Japanese voiceover and have subtitles. I think that's it. Brightness, I don't think there's anything more involved in that yet. It's just a full screen deal. As far as our game options, just options for cameras. I've got my look inverted because if you don't, you're a loser. I don't really know about the attention camera and auto assisting and all that, but I'm sure it's helped me to not look like garbage at this game, even though I probably am. If you're playing with a mouse and keyboard, the button prompts are a little weird. Like you have to hit back on the mouse button, or you have to hit the mouse button too to go back in menus. But I'm using the controller for playing, so YOLO, you know. Looks like you also have a photo mode. Like I might do that here. Once we get into a fight, I'll pause and see what kind of screenshots we can take. Looks like there's a tutorial listing of skills, but that's probably all also going to be in the console version, so nothing special about the PC there. So let's get in some trouble and see what this photo mode is about. And I'll leave up the performance metrics for those who care about how it's running. This is on a 9900K with a 1080 Ti. It'll show our memory usage. So the game, I'd say, is using about 6 gigabytes of RAM at 1080p Ultra here, because that 7195 is also the overhead from my Windows stuff. I've got browsers and shit and running in the background, Windows taking up stuff. GPU is only being used about 50% here. at 1080p, so that's not bad at all. CPU, the percentage area you see is the game and the encode from OBS running on top, so it is what it is. We got our frame timer. It's not smooth, but I also don't have frame lock enabled in Riva Tuner. Let me check that. Let me see if I can make that frame time stop jittering. We get even smoother output here. Open up Riva Tuner. 60 lock on there and see what happens to that line. And yep, looks like we have absolutely perfect frame pacing here on the PC version. So anybody worried about that, if the game feels jittery or whatever, no need to. If you got Riva Tuner Statistics Server, NVIDIA Inspector, any of those, you can get absolutely airtight frame pacing, assuming your machine's fast enough to run at 60 Hz or whatever refresh rate you pick. So this, by all accounts, is an absolutely stellar port from the folks at Capcom, from the console version to PC. It looks better than the console version, runs good, has arbitrary resolution support. I believe it supports 21:9. I haven't checked myself because my screen's 16:9 and I have to make a custom resolution to do that, which I haven't done yet, but I need to. But everything else, it screams good port. It runs well. It's DirectX 12. And I've noticed no stuttering or anything like that, so hope that helps the people that were on the fence. I believe the game comes out on Steam and Xbox and all that tomorrow.
This is the end. Here, now.
Let's take a look at this photo mode, see what we got here. So we'll use it, and I'll take a Steam screenshot. I guess that's the intended effect here of the photo mode. It looks like you can do some cool stuff. Get and zoom in. I don't see any other controls. Looks like just zooming, camera position, and rotation. I don't believe there's effects or anything like some other games have in the photo mode, but I could be wrong about that. At least if it is, it's not displaying currently. Yeah, no clock. The tearing shouldn't be a problem. I have VSync enabled, which the game seems to support just fine. But on top of the VSync, I also like to enable a frame lock, just you know, for smoothness. Especially if I'm playing something like a first-person shooter, that frame pacing being smooth is really good.
Rest in peace.
Got some nice screen space reflections here in the water on the cobblestone street. Not too bad. Nice particle effects on the puma or panther or whatever in the shit that is that's rolling with me.
Human blood is the source of his strength. I must cut off his supply.
I have to keep going.
pleasure. So, right. Pardon me.
The game just declared that I was savage, and all I was doing was mashing buttons. I am savage, though. Here's one of these door lock cooters we gotta put the crab up into. Yeah, spoilers do suck. We're not gonna be playing too much longer, as the stream is gonna shift here in a few to tackle a real-life issue for the wolf. I'll go into it here in a few minutes, but I'm not gonna go beyond the mission that we're currently in now. Oops, another one of these door cooters. Let's just say that the wolf's car blew up yesterday and need to get another car, so I'm going to open up the Twitch chat, the Twitch family here, and we're going to go car shopping on the internet, see if we can find something suitable for the wolf. Hope you guys are as excited as I'll be. So we don't have crabs to stuff in that wall cooter. We're gonna have to figure out something. The old wall snizzer.
Gouger. Slice him. At your pleasure. Here. Rest in peace. Slice it. The end is now. A phone. I wonder if I can reach that woman. Come meet me. I'm at...
Yeah. Keep your panties on. I see ya already. Be right there. There's no such thing as too prepared.
Guess we have a boss fight coming up here.
Neat hog. I never liked this guy.
You test. I know you.
Dumb as a box of rocks. Let's not even mess with this guy, V. He can't even leave the Clyphod anyway. Just a Clyphod parasite.
Did you insult me?
Uh-oh.
You insult me.
I think he hurt me. And he's angry!
Not in this lifetime. As the air to a bird, or the sea to a fish, so is contempt to the contemptible. If the fool would persist in his folly, he would become wise.
Don't try to say too much shit.
I'm busy.
Gouge your ass. Slice them. Fry.
Even the big fat kitty knows you got shit for brains.
The cutworm forgives the plow. What do you say?
Okay, alright, that's not good at all. That's not good. Well, hey, wait, where are you going? Are you running away? That's not a good sign.
I'm afraid that that's a little bit more than I can take on right now.
Get out of me!
We completed the mission. Alright, let's drop here in the main menu. As mentioned before, this is going to be pretty spoilery, so... This was a kind of short, maybe 2-hour first look at the PC version of Devil May Cry. Comes out tomorrow on Steam and the consoles. So I'm going to take a short break here, freshen up the drink, and get ready for the second part of our stream where we find a car. My car blew up, we need another car, so when we come back, you guys are going to help me with that. Blake, fighting with V, I don't really know. Like, I didn't feel like I was really doing anything. The whole game kind of felt automated. It's more engaging to play the first Snarky Guy than Snarky Guy 2, but I mean, I guess it could be cool. But I also don't have a lot of the abilities, the moves open, things like that. It's hard to say. But it's pretty cool. The game looks great, as we talked about in the settings overview. This port is incredibly well done. So if you're worried on the technical side for PC things, there's no need to worry. It is a smooth operator. Runs great, looks great, controls well. So Capcom appears to have done it again for the second time in 2019, following Resident Evil 2 Remake. So if you're on the fence about it and that was your hang-up, no concern to be had there. And like Blake mentioned before, please head over to Shacknews.com and check out Brittany Vincent's review of the game. She goes into more detail. She's been a Devil May Cry nut since the start, so her perspective is going to be super important. She'll know all the little details I definitely miss, is not knowing, you know, what's going on here, but look into it. And that being said, I'm going to take just a real quick break. In a few minutes, we'll get started up on part 2 of this awesome Thursday Shack stream. You guys be good for a bit here.